Hey everybody, Sam Kavaris in the samsportsline.com sports update. Fun time of year, obviously, if you're looking for vacation and so forth. I was lucky. I spent last week out at the beach with my family. All my kids were in, grandkids. We just had a great time. And of course, we had typical afternoon thunderstorms, but wonderful weather for beach weather here for North Florida. I hope you all enjoyed the 4th and had a great time as well. We've been following a lot of different kind of things. The story about the Jaguars is that Leonard Fournette is going to come to camp at 11 pounds lighter, which is great. That's what he played in college in. He played a little heavier last year, but he wants to be a little lighter, and he said he feels pretty good about it. I don't know if you saw him at Wimbledon. It was really a fun thing to see. And Fournette said, look, I've never played tennis, but if anybody ever trained me, I probably would be, I don't know, top 5 in the world. And that's the kind of confidence that you want from a professional athlete who's wearing the name of your town on his particular jersey. So Fournette, one of the guys the Jaguars are counting on this year, obviously, to bring things back as well. Hey, thanks for all your comments about the article that I wrote last week and then the one this week about Tony Trabert. I will be writing for the Times-Union on a pretty regular basis, probably every week, and I hope you'll have a chance. They'll post that at Jacksonville.com on Fridays, and then it will be also in the Sunday paper. At least that's the plan for now for a little while. So certainly looking forward to that. This is also one of my favorite times of year because you get away from a lot of the routine stuff, and I really enjoy watching the Tour de France in the mornings. Next week we'll be able to watch the Open, which is coming from Carnoustie, which is a very difficult golf course. I've been fortunate to be able to play there with some friends, and it is as hard as they say. And to think about the things that Ben Hogan did in order to win there and what happened there with Jean Van de Velde as well. Certainly it has an amount of history to it. Next year, by the way, it's over in Ireland at Royal Portrush up in the northern part of Ireland. But whether it's the Tour or the Open, and at this point, the World Cup is going on, obviously. Wouldn't it be interesting if France and England met in the finals? Just one of those kind of things that almost seems predestined, but we'll see. Both sides very confident going into the semifinals as well. College football, really nothing is going on as Florida and Florida State and Georgia are expected to be competitive this year, but Dan Mullen's got a lot of work in front of him. I don't think there's any question about that, and Willie Taggart is going to try to instill his philosophy in what's going on over in Tallahassee. And all Kirby Smart did was reload, according to everybody, and we'll see exactly what they do. They had some weird things happening with Jake Fromm, haven't they? But obviously Justin Fields and so many of the quarterbacks, both at Florida and Georgia and Florida State and at Miami, have been the story here in that offseason. We'll keep you updated on all that. As we get through July, I'll be watching the Tour de France in the morning, that's for sure. And if you're riding around in southern Duval County or in northern St. Johns County, don't hit me because I'll be on my bike. So good talking to you once again. As I mentioned, we'll be back on a regular basis here. Thanks for joining me here on the samsportsline.com Sports Update.